Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is February 12, 2021, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we'll watch Bitcoin rally to all-time highs after MasterCard accepts Bitcoin as a payment option. Now, this is happening across the board as payment solution companies are accepting Bitcoin as a valid currency. Now, looking at the economic events of the day, nothing scheduled for today, but the markets are tapering off, starting out with the currencies really on lower volume after that decent rise for the GBP just tapering off. The NASDAQ and the Dow Jones also tapering off. And looking at oil and gold, both of them retrace respectively. Gold a little bit more aggressively. We're going to take a look at that. In terms of the stock, pretty much unchanged. Microsoft rallies to its highs. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin trading on its highs. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So really looking at the currencies, not much of a volatility here, I guess you could call it. Not much of a massive day. We're just hitting that resistance-ish area. If we look right there on the daily chart, which is a 30-day moving average. Now, if we look at a 1-hour chart, you can see we're pretty much flatlining for all intents and purposes. So really not much doing here. GBP just retracing just mildly yesterday after hitting that 138.53-ish resistance level. Now, it did taper off about 50 pips, but really, again, you know, for it to be really meaningful, it has to do a little bit more than that. Now, it is covering to our 30-day moving average. I do expect that to bounce off of that later today. So you maybe get a 30 to 40 pip move, okay, on that potential bounce later today. Now, looking at gold. Now, gold really just tapering off after hitting this 1845-ish area. Looked like it was going to get stronger, but then tapering off back to the 1819-ish level. Once this hits 18-ish level, it becomes a buy. So just be aware of that as this has continued to trade sideways. Now, if we look at a 4-hour chart, you can see that the sideways is a little bit bigger than that. Okay, 1862 on the upside and 1789 on the downside. Now, looking at oil, tapering off as well from 58.45 down to 57.76, not pushing that $60 a barrel. We got close, but didn't push it. Okay, we didn't arrive to it. So I expect this to continue to trade sideways. And again, it's in a tight range. Now, looking at the Dow Jones. And this morning, we're up just mildly, 315-ish area. Now, we did hit a high of 411 on 31,000. But again, this is sideways trading. And you could see here quite clearly that this is continuing to sideways trade, even though it has, like every so often, a sell-off, but it does rally right back. Now, looking at the NASDAQ also, just sideways trading on its highs though, okay, and looking to hit that 14,000-ish level. Now, looking at Microsoft, rallied back to its highs at 243, but as we look at the rest of the FANG stocks, really unchanged, okay? So they are trading on lighter volume. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin. Now, we did hit 58,700-ish level, pushing to our highs as this is retracing at these levels. Now, as people are going to start accepting Bitcoin as a prevalent currency, I do expect it to continue rallying going into the balance of the year, okay? So with that said, do anticipate some continued volatility in Bitcoin, okay? Nothing really new under the sun when we look at this because it's pushing higher as we speak. So lots of volatility there. I do expect a little bit of a bounce later today as this is retracing to 46,000. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.